Hi, how are you? I have been making YouTube videos now for 6 months approximately. I have made over 40 videos and this has been very educational. I made the same kind of where I am now video when I have done videos for 3 months. And now I think that I have maybe getting better, at least getting used to talk to the camera and think about things. But at the same time, I got sidetracked all the time. So when I started, I have this list of topics that I want to talk about, and they were really like carefully thought through. But something happens all the time. And when something happens, then I want to talk about it because it's on top of my mind, and I think that if I'm going through this, then somebody else is going through this too. So if I tell them that it's okay, then they feel better. Maybe. I don't know, but maybe. And so I get sidetracked and sidetracked and sidetracked. And then I don't know if it's beneficial or not, probably not, to make a book reviews at the same time. But I cannot help myself because I think that there are so many good books that I have read that I'm glad to read again or that I read for the first time and I want to talk about, because the classics are really like you can learn something from them, you can really sink into them. So it's very sad if people don't find it, or if they just think that it's something that we cannot read. I cannot read that kind of thing. So Tolstoy's War and Peace, it's awfully big book and I cannot understand it because it's so complicated, but it's not. And that's why I want to make these book reviews, to tell people that they are not overly complicated. You can read them and they are nice stories. And because we are so stressed all the time, or many people are very stressed all the time, it gives us perspective to read about things that happened hundreds of years ago and soon 200 years ago. And it's very, I think I like it. I like it very much. And it calms me down. And that's why I want to share something that helps me. And of course there has been lots of things happening, like the grandchild was born and there were the christening and my daughter was confirmed and everything happens all the time. And even now I have very many topics, for example, how to raise a son to a man, what to answer, how to be. It's different, it's totally different if you have children, boys or girls or both. You know that it's very different to raise a girl or to raise a boy. And there are so many questions. And there is so many questions about the little one. And there are so many questions in my head. Because all the time when something happens, something new, and then it just ruffles my head. And there is something new. Or something very old that is digging up again. And of course I try to watch these. This was this Rob the Mariner. He makes lovely videos about people over 40 making videos and how to support them. I watch his channel and a bunch of others that talk about how to make a YouTube channel. Oh, actually I watch him now, but before I watched more, but now I'm not anymore. Maybe I should, so I could get more views. But it's a different thing if you are young and you are making videos and you are selling something. But if you have watched any of my videos, you know that I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying to get you buy anything. I don't tell you what I wear, and these are probably so old that these are not sold anymore in anywhere except for the flea market. But those are mainly for people who want to sell something. But I'm still convinced that there are people that want to just listen to somebody who lives a life too and has It's a normal problems and normal things. And of course I know that when I watched the videos before I started this, that it takes a long time to get views. I have 6 subscribers, so one plus. I think it's Rob the Mariner, if I have to guess, and about 900 hours have been watched. 900 times, and 40 hours, which is not very much, but I don't mind. I think that I will continue still, because I think that I have been enjoying much more about making these videos than when I made my first videos in our library table, because I was more concerned about what I talk and how I sound and how I look. And now I think that I have a feeling, and I talk about that feeling to you. And of course I hope that there will be more discussions in the future when people might find my channel. So there will be comments to answer, and comments that suggest some things to talk about. Because I know that there are many people like me, and of course if I think about myself, I don't talk all these things to the guy next door, so it's much more difficult to talk to actual persons, but of course those that are your close friends. But there are many people who don't have close friends or don't have friends at all. If I have talked to any men, they always say that they don't have close friends, and that's why they want to talk to women, because men don't talk, or all men don't talk. They are very rare. And of course I have my history, very long history, about things that has happened, and that's something that I want to talk to you about. I shared about abusive relationship, which is something that you can get through, and I think that there is not enough support for women and men who are in abusive relationships. So if somebody is in that kind of relationship and that kind of a, I don't know, feels that it's a dead end, then it's important that somebody talks about it. And I can talk about it, that I have been in that kind of relationship and I survived and I got away and I got myself a good life after that. And I think that that is important. It's very important to offer some kind of support, even that I don't know you, or I cannot talk to you like directly, or you cannot answer to me directly, at least for now. It's important to hear that somebody has suffered the same and survived and continued their lives and continued it with happiness. And of course there are lots of technical issues that I have been managing when I do this, like the times that I have talked about 20 minutes and then when I look at the screen there is nothing. So it just vanished to the thin air. But I have resisted the urge to buy a camera because I want to do this on minimum budget. And until if I someday start to make money, then I will spend money on this. But this is good enough, I think. If you can hear my voice, if you can see the picture quite clearly. I cannot turn it to 4K because somehow my computer disagrees with me. I don't know, somebody might know why it is, but I don't. Then it's enough. Because the main thing is still that if what I say interests you, then you keep on watching. If it doesn't, then you don't. It doesn't matter how fancy camera I have, how fancy the picture is. It doesn't make the stories any more interesting or any more dull than they are, depending on what you think. And still, I can tell you that most of my audience is from US and from Netherlands, and I thank you people from US and people from Netherlands to watching my videos. And if you want to make sure that you will see them in the future, press the subscribe button, and then I know that somebody is subscribing this. And it's nice to see that somebody is returning. There is this graphic of returning viewers, and there are a few returning viewers. But I think that this is a privilege for me to be making these videos. This wasn't possible when I was small, when I was young. I might have started doing this already in my teen years, I think, when I was more open to things and I wasn't so afraid of the world. I thought that world is a great place if I just can get out of my house, away from my mother and father. But I'm glad that I have my chance now, and I'm glad that my family supports this. They don't say that, oh, don't do that, Mom, it's embarrassing. They don't do that. And I'm really grateful for the support that they give me, or they give me the time and they give me the silence that I need to make these. If you can hear this kind of knocking, it's a hailstorm outside, so it's ice cubes for the window. But I don't know. I like making videos. It's fun. And I know that somebody is watching, and it doesn't matter if it's just one. If my videos bring joy to one person, that's great. And now there are 6 that subscribe, so that's even better. And maybe someday, if there are millions, then I can dedicate my life on doing these kind of videos about talking about life. Because I think that there are so many things in life that I won't run out of subjects very soon. But I hope you join me and enjoy my next videos. I hope you have a great day. I see you soon. Goodbye.